The Brandon Peters Show may contain explicit language and detailed plot points. For more information on the show, stay tuned to the end of the episode.
The summer of 2004 at 20.
All right, it is Friday, and that means it is time for another song in the Summer of 2004 at 20 companion series. And joining us this week and returning champion of 3 Summer of series, it is Jennifer Rayford of Courage 2.
And I'm happy to be here. I also have my cat in my lap right now, so if he's purring and you can hear him, Marlo says hello.
We are a cat-friendly podcast. As many notice, my cat runs around the background. Stuff. So, okay. So, Jen, 82 happened. We were like babies, so no memories. 93 a little bit, but 2004. What can you tell us about J. Ray in 2004?
I was living out in Colorado, working my first real adult job, dating my first ex-husband.
Times have changed.
Yeah, it was yeah, I was doing a lot of hiking that summer. I remember that. So that part was good. So
What was your first big kid job?
I worked in publishing. So I started out
Okay.
in publishing, a very small college publisher, family-owned college publisher, out of a small suburb of Denver. So
Okay.
there were less than 20 people in the company, and I sold biology books.
Oh.
And yeah, that was my answer to, I was going to major in biology, but I ended up majoring in English, and would you like fries with that? But I got a big kid job. So.
There you go. That's wonderful. Cool. So the movies this week that we talked about in the Monday episode, if you remember any of them, this is your time to share your thoughts. Which you got a giant this week that a lot of other major releases stayed away from. So I'm sure you've heard of one of them, but the other 3 probably not. So one of them is Yuva. It's a Hindi film. Love Me If You Dare. It is from France with Marianne Cotillard, and who would be her husband after leaving her previous one in this one. Okay. Stateside. It's a Rachel Lee Cook movie. It's not good. And Shrek 2.
That one I actually remember. So.
Did you like Shrek 2?
I think so.
Okay.
It's been so long since I've seen it. Was that the one? No, the donkey. Was that the one with the dragon? Was the dragon in the
Dragon's
second?
well, it shows up in the second one, but the first
Okay.
one's the one where they have the quest where the dragon comes.
That's
and
right.
stuff.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I like the Shrek movies in general, so I assume I like the second one.
There you go. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, our song and music video today comes from the soundtrack to Shrek 2, is Accidentally Love by Counting Crows, which was not the original intention of the filmmakers. They commissioned Weezer to do a song for Shrek 2, and they didn't like how it fit with the movie, so they asked Counting Crows. Adam Duritz was like, I don't know if I could be forced to write something for this. And they said, just write something. Just come back to us with something. And they came back with this, and we're like, okay, that works. It was nominated for Best Original Song. It lost in the Oscars, though, to Al Otro Lado del Rio from The Motorcycle Diaries. The record was certified gold and peaked at number 39 in the Hot 100. If you all remember, I know I do the top 10 ones and I make exceptions, but last year I introduced that soundtrack songs can count for the Summer of series because some of them make boring music videos. And I don't want to slight, no, I'm just not going to go there with an observation. I'm just not going to go there with something we'll just say there's a lot of uninteresting videos, but good songs that come out starting around the late 90s and into the 2000s. So this is the second time for me talking Counting Crows on the show. But Jennifer, what are your thoughts on Counting Crows in general?
Well, my best friend's sister was going to marry Adam Duritz. Didn't happen. Spoiler alert.
Oh.
I've always been a big fan of Counting Crows. So
Gotcha.
like their albums, still like their albums. Ex-boyfriend used to play Long December on the piano. So I still love
Oh,
the song, but I still have that memory in my head. So
there you go. Did you ever see him in concert?
I didn't. No, I never
No?
saw him
Oh,
live.
I have seen them many times. My one of my wife's favorites. So every time they come by town, we go.
Yeah.
Um, so I've seen them plenty of times, and they can be great and they can be because it all depends on what kind of mood Adam Duritz is in when he takes the stage that night. It follows him. So there's that. What do you think of this song, "Accidentally in Love"?
I've always liked the song. It's catchy. My boyfriend and I were singing it in the kitchen the other day when he was he was cooking. So I was telling him about this. He's like, "Oh, it's a good song." I was like,
It's
"Wait,
yeah,
the video."
gives you positive energy right away.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's upbeat. It's peppy.
yeah. I can't remember. It came around. I think it wasn't a part of it, but there's their Hard Candy album I had hanging around that was around this time, so it kind of had that kind of that
Mhm.
that pop to it. But yeah, they're kind of like, yeah, I don't know where I was in 2000. I probably liked this one back in 2004 when it came out. I was still in college. Um, but yeah, solid little tune. I don't think I actually, what's funny? I don't think I've seen them perform this one in concert as many times as I've
I've
seen them.
read that they don't usually
Yeah.
perform in concert.
Yeah. They don't. And then if you ever see them in concert, they play Mr. Jones intentionally sped up and like shit because they don't want to play it. So they will
have
play it.
to please the crowd.
Yeah, they'll play it, but it's like, But they're one of the kind of bands I like because they mix up their set list every night. So you don't know what you're getting typically when you go in. You can have a good idea, but typically though, like one year they'll close the whole thing with Holiday in Spain, and then the next year it'll be like something else. But like,
Mhm.
because he likes to read off thank yous and like fundraisers and like donation volunteer work and stuff like that while they're playing that song, so that'll typically close out. But yeah, I've not seen this one. That once in a blue moon it'll pop up, I guess, but not a regular in their rotation there. But the music video we have is directed by, and I am going to mispronounce his name, but it's a Meyer Avi. I don't know. He comes from directing a lot of YouTube music videos, and he moves on to doing a lot of Bruce Springsteen music videos. You've met Bruce Springsteen.
I've met Bruce Springsteen. I'm a big Springsteen fan.
There you go. What's your favorite Springsteen album?
Oh God, that's like choosing favorite child.
Okay. I was just talking about this last week because I had a podcast I was judging that was a Bruce Springsteen related podcast, and they were talking about production on my favorite one is Nebraska. So they were talking about that one, so it came up. So that one, I like that. I like the like dark, round, raw nature of that one because it's basically a demo, but I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Even though, yeah, he's got so many great ones. So
And just it depends on the mood. It depends on when they came out in my life, when I heard them, all the things. But it's he's my top. Yeah.
There you go. So this guy also did videos for Corey Hart, Matchbox 20, Avril Lavigne, and Alanis Morissette. So this one is like there's a stuffed animal bunny that's very much like a creature from the Shrek world that Adam Duritz plays that falls out of bed and it's kind of pleading with this girl laying in bed while her boyfriend makes breakfast to leave with him. And the girl's played by Ashley Roberts of the Pussycat Dolls. So she said, "Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me?" to the bunny, I guess, or something like that. So what did you think of this music video?
Well, my first thought was, "Fuck, am I watching?"
Mm-hmm.
And my second thought was, "Oh my God, get that man out of the kitchen."
Dude, this guy like drops eggs on the floor, scoops them up, and
puts them in the pan. I wanted to be like, "Girl, just leave him now."
I bet he didn't even wash his hands after that, and he got salmonella out the ass. Like, but then like, maybe it's the video quality's bad, but I'm like, that breakfast looked perfect when he was done with it.
Well, Well, but I think it was, I mean, the English major in me comes out and I'm like, okay, so I see it's representative of like, I see it as a one night stand, right? So it's representative of like the infatuation, the chaos of like the infatuation and all that stuff. That's my only explanation for why he's tearing up the kitchen.
See, I was like, yeah, well, that would fit accidentally in love, right?
Yeah.
Accidentally, yeah.
Yeah. And then he puts it all beautifully together.
Yep.
And then it doesn't work out like you think it does.
Yeah. I was like, man, maybe this dude like fucked up really bad and he's like, he sucks at everything. And he even sucks at making breakfast, but he's trying. He's trying, keep it real. And it's like, nope.
No, but he put together this beautiful, I mean, the pancake dropped on his head, but he put together, but I'm watching, I'm like, okay, that's what I see what they're doing here, or my interpretation of what we're doing here, right?
Yeah. And man, that camera leered on her ass like no other while she was in the bed. Like,
yeah.
I was just like, okay, all right, different times.
The bunny was a weird twist.
Yeah. And I was like, so she leaves and chooses like some kind of like, it's not bestiality because it's a stuffed animal.
Yeah.
But it's like the blow up doll version of bestiality. Is that what this is? Like,
I don't know. I was like, to make myself happy and to make it make sense, I had to go, okay, so it's allegorical and it represents something. So
I'm choosing.
maybe it represents she chooses her innocence over the guy taking breakfast, because I don't know why you choose an anthropomorphic creepy rabbit.
Yeah. I guess this is like Howard the Duck, maybe.
Howard the Duck.
Because, yeah.
Well, and it's just like the bunny, like at the end, and he's like about to go out the door, and he looks and like zooms in on her ass. He's like, hey.
Yeah. Like there was all that. It was like, it like followed up. It stayed there to watch her at. Like, I'm like, is it just an ass or is there like a person's body the rest of it there? Like, it was really leery. I noticed. I was like, man, that's like people get on Michael Bay for shit like that. I don't know, Mayeravi. Like, I doubt he shot Bono like that when he did all the U2 videos.
Probably not. No, I did see them in concert this January.
Did you go to the Sphere?
February, March, sometime this year. Yes, we went to the Sphere.
Oh, how was that? I need to know.
I loved it. I like, our seats weren't great, but I honestly didn't care because I loved that album when it came out, and I played that CD over and over and over and over and over again.
Okay.
So I was excited to see them in concert and like hear them play that album. So I thought it was great. There were definitely like, the Sphere is a super cool venue. It really needed to come with a warning that if you had epilepsy, you should be aware. And if you didn't, you probably would by the end of it.
Gotcha.
Like I had to close my eyes at some point because it was like super aggressive, like strobe light effects and craziness, but
probably not for people with vertigo or
yeah, I was like, okay. But it was a neat space. It was a good concert. So
very cool. Oh man. Yeah, got me off track there. I was like,
sorry,
the Sphere. A person I know who's been to the Sphere. That's great. Counting Crows have not played the Sphere yet. I believe U2's played it. Fish is now playing it. Has Grateful Dead played it yet or not? Or Dead and Company, I believe, is because the Dead and Company serve farewell, and it's like the prices are like, really? Like and you get like a free mug.
Wow.
Wow, nice. That'll break on your plane trip back from Vegas to do that. So yeah, Counting Crows. This one, this is just, I guess this is better than your typical soundtrack video. Like they're trying to do, and money went into animating that rabbit.
Yeah.
Rather than just like something going on and clips of them. But I guess there's another video of this that it's like cut between Shrek clips and then Adam Duritz recording this or something. But it's okay. I guess
I did have the moment where I went, fuck am I watching? But I forgot as I was like watching the video, I'm like, oh, but it's because it was for the Shrek movie, so that's why it's okay, all right. So
If
matter about that.
If someone, it'd be funny if you didn't realize that, because last summer I did the UB40 song from Sliver, and the person at the music video didn't realize that it was from the movie Sliver and showing clips from Sliver. It's like, wow, they got Sharon Stone and William Baldwin in this. It's crazy. Like, what's going on? And I'm like, it's from the movie Sliver. He's like, oh well, that explains a lot. I was like,
All of a sudden, everything's eliminated.
Yeah. Like, what's up with it? Yeah, but someone now might. Well, they are. I think they're watching Shrek 2 on the TV to begin.
They are. They do that.
So it's like, hey,
yeah.
just so you folks know, it's just a Shrek related thing. Because the song was always intended to be part of the opening of the film, like because the first one had All Star, and I guess they Shrek 2 upgrades from Smash Mouth to Counting Crows in these eyes and ears. And then Spider-Man 2 upgraded from Nickelback to Dashboard Confessional. So summer of upgrades for the sequels and the soundtrack songs, I guess. So there's that. But yeah, so any more on this one from you?
No, I was really just getting over the trauma of what he was doing in the kitchen.
And what was going to happen with the two of them when they left.
And I just didn't really want to pull those threads, but I did again, like I really did. I saw it through. I'm like, okay, let me see this through my English major lens. And I was like, okay, this is representative of this and the chaos in the kitchen. I feel a little bit better about this. And then he pulled it together at the end. All right, fine. The rabbit, I don't know. I can't make anything of it. So
And you're never alone, because you can always have a stuffed
you know,
animal.
Have bunny who wants to boink you.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he is a rabbit, right? They say like and doing like rabbits.
I have a nest of bunnies in my front yard, but confirms that theory. So.
There you go. Yeah. So okay. Well, Jen, thank you for today. And till next time, where can people keep up with you?
CourageToRise.com. And I am on Instagram at I am Jennifer Rayford. I'm on YouTube too. It's really all just I am Jennifer Rayford. So that's the easiest way to find me.
All right, cool. And I'm on the socials at Brandon4KHD. PopCon Louisville comes up at the end of August, so you can check out the live podcast stage, sign up for it, or just come check out PopCon. More info at popcon.us for more details. And on Monday, Scott, Aaron, and I are back with a big lineup of films that include The Day After Tomorrow, Saved, Raising Helen, and Soul Plane. So all that and more as the summer of 2004 at 20 continues.
The summer of 2004 at 20.